Hello and welcome back. I am thrilled to be with you today to bring you a Clymer conversation about a documentary that you all had the opportunity to see. If you didn't get the chance to see it, we need to play it again because it's brilliant. It is about a man who came into your homes several nights a week for years and years and years. Let's go to Zoom now and meet Doc Severinsen and the producer of that documentary, Kevin Bright. Hi, Kevin.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you? It's nice to see you.
Good.
Doc should be with us momentarily.
No problem, we'll hold down the fort.
Yeah, how are you? It's been forever. It's only been a few weeks, but it's nice to see you again.
It's all good. You know, things just keep getting better, that's all.
I am so thrilled to talk about the documentary. Doc is on, but he needs to turn his camera on right now.
There's the beauty. There's the beauty. He's got his Miles Davis shirt on, and he's happy.
Yeah. That's for you, Kevin.
Thank you, sir.
I got as much bling on as I could today because I was sure that Doc was going to outshine any of us with his wild outfits. And
Well, no, remember, it's the morning, you know?
Oh, right.
The doctor has to save something for the evening, you know? So takes it easy. Starts out slow.
I wanted to, first of all, thank you guys for joining us. Kevin has been with us on MPTF before. We've got a special caller right now. Let's go right to him. You're going to love this, Kevin.
This is Ben Durden here.
Hey, Ben Durden. Ben is one of the residents. How are you?
Pretty good.
You've got Kevin Bright, the producer of Never Too Late, and Doc.
Yeah, oh, they're showing my picture now.
Yeah, this is a picture of Ben. You guys might recognize this guy here, even though it's his back.
So Ben was one of the cameramen on the show.
That's right.
Good job.
Thank you.
What was the director's name? Bobby Quinn.
Yeah.
Right.
That's right.
Bobby Quinn is not there anymore.
No, he's directing another show now.
Oh, is he? I thought he passed away.
He did. He's directing God's show.
Oh, okay. Okay. Is Doc going to talk to me or what?
He sure is. He's a little intimidated.
Yeah.
Hey,
Get
Doc.
in there, Doc.
I'm here.
Is this Severinsen?
Sure
Yes.
is.
Hey, Doc. This is Uncle Ben who did Clark Gable on the air, remember? Clark Gable when Don was the host, Rickles?
Oh, yeah. Right?
Yeah, that's me, camera one in front of Carson. Yeah.
Good stuff.
So, Ben,
Fantastic. How many years were you on the show?
I was on the show for 9 years.
Oh, wow. Good one.
Yeah.
So you were a young guy when you started, right? Because
I was
the show was on for 30 years.
Fairly young, yeah. Now I think it's just Doc and myself left.
Okay. What's your favorite embarrassing moment of Doc Severinsen?
Embarrassing moment?
Yes, tell us one of Doc's great embarrassing moments on the show.
God, I can't think of any embarrassing moments on the show.
It's when he's wearing that kind of clothes, he's impossible to embarrass.
Oh, yeah, well, that's he had his pants on, too, which is great.
Ooh. Not in COVID times, I'll tell you, not in COVID times.
My embarrassing moments came at Chadney's right across the street after the show.
Oh, yeah, we all remember Chadney's, right? Everybody in MPTF.
Well, it was the carriage house when I owned it.
Who owned it?
Yeah, I was the original owner.
he was the owner of the carriage house.
Oh, carriage house. I see.
Yeah, carriage house, yeah. 1960.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ben, thank you so much for sending the picture over and for calling. Did you have a chance to watch the documentary?
Pardon me?
Did you have a chance to watch the documentary?
Yes.
That's what we're here to talk about. I loved that film so much. What did you think? Was it reminiscent for you?
Yeah, it was great. I liked the whole thing, really.
Did you find it inspiring? Are you going to work out now?
Yeah, I'm going to try and work out when my next birthday.
And your next birthday, that's fine. What is your next birthday, Ben, if I might ask?
February the 12th. I'd be 95.
How old will you be?
95.
Oh, boy. That's where we have to give you the big Doc Severinsen Kinahara.
That's right. Doc and I is the two left, I think, unless somebody in the orchestra is still living. I don't know.
That's it. It's just you guys. So it's a treasure to have you here. And with Doc, thank you so much.
You know, I'm one of the few guys that knows Doc's birthday. I know he's 95 years old, I think.
No, not yet.
Not yet.
All right. Okay, because him and Johnny Carson was the same age, roughly.
Yeah, we're going to get into all of that. Ben, thank you so much for calling.
Okay, thank you for having me.
All right. Bye, Ben.
Okay, right. Bye-bye.
So let's talk a little bit about the film, because there are so many interesting aspects. But for me, one of the most inspiring is what I just alluded to. Doc, you work out 3 times a week.
Yeah.
He was working out 3 times a week. He was working out 3 times a week till COVID happened.
I was just down there this morning.
Good. You're back with your trainer?
Yep.
Excellent.
Yep.
Can't keep a good man down. Now, let me ask you, can you still hold a 3-minute plank?
I'm working on it.
Oh, you're getting back. You're getting back in the groove.
Today was biceps.
Ah, nice.
And
nice.
She really put it to me.
So he said.
Yeah. Oh, it was rough. Honey, what did I say?
So you started with 20?
I had 35 pounds in each hand.
Mm-hmm. You still doing your slow? You're doing your slow lift?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's not enough that Doc does it. He has to do it slow.
You know, there's simple and there's easy. And Doc, I don't think, does anything easy.
No.
So you're still playing as well. I'm assuming you've got the trumpet more than 3 times a week. You're at it every day, right?
Oh yeah. As soon as we're through here, I'm going down to the kitchen. I'm going to get out my trumpet and blow it.
Doc's going to be out playing again soon, just as soon as a few more things open up. But I can give you a tip in advance that Doc's going to be playing in Saratoga Springs and Cafe Lena right around the time of the Travers. So get your tickets early, people. He's going to be there.
Amazing. So perhaps next time you're traveling in the California area, we've got a beautiful stage here and a gorgeous movie theater that doubles for live performance. I don't think anything would make the residents happier than to be able to walk a couple of yards from their cottages and get to see you live and in person.
Yeah.
No. How would they like to have a little big band concert?
That'd be great, Doc,
to
do that there, because we certainly have an audience there. And I can't wait to really get there and meet the people who are at MPTF. You know, Doc, as we know, the television business is a fickle business. And if fortunes had been different, probably you and I would be shacking up together at MPTF and hanging out there now and making all kinds of trouble. So, you know, what MPTF does is just so important. You know, Doc, that, you know, we work in show business. We're freelancers. We have no insurance. We have no retirement fund or anything. And some people, you know, miscalculate, fall on hard times, and it's terrible. And, you know, I became involved with MPTF because at the realization that my dad may need to go there, or my dad might have been there someday. You know, got me thinking about all the people who work in show business and have done such great things for the world with their work. And now at a time in their life where they'd like to just, you know, take it easy and not worry, there's worry. But MPTF takes care of that. That's why we're here, Doc.
Yep.
What was that, Kev?
I said, we're here because if we need it, MPTF's going to take care of us.
Sure, absolutely.
We're really
I already
thrilled.
have a suite booked, so, you know, don't worry. We're going first class.
That's right. MPTF is just a few years older than you, Doc. It's our 100th anniversary this year.
Yes, you got me beat by 7 years.
That's right. And in our 100th anniversary, we were just awarded the Jean Hirschholt Humanitarian Award from the Oscars.
Oh, wow. Fantastic. Congratulations.
We're thrilled. And that's one of the other reasons we want you to come here. We'll get you and Oscar together in one picture.
Will there be any champagne flowing?
There's always champagne. And actually, our friend Ben, my favorite part of thinking of Ben is walking into the dining room and seeing him as kind of master of ceremonies. He greets everyone with a full martini glass every day.
Sounds like he's going for Johnny's job, Doc.
Yeah, well, I don't think Johnny will argue with him.
Nope.
Johnny's worries about that are all over.
Yeah,
Yes.
That's right. He's just trying to get away from Bobby Quinn now, I think is what's happening.
Where is Bobby Quinn?
He's with Johnny.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, well, we learn.
Let's get back to the documentary for a moment because there's some really cool things happening with it. It aired on PBS.
Yes.
Is it going to re-air on PBS? Is there another public display of it coming up?
There will be various public displays coming up. We're in the process of negotiating some new deals around. But if certainly you want to write into your favorite streaming service and say, hey, how come you're not showing Never Too Late, the Doc Severinsen Story, that would be good. And by the way, I think you should also write a letter to NBC because Doc, after serving 30 years loyally on NBC streaming would not buy Doc's film because apparently it doesn't appeal to their new audience that they're trying to round up there. So as I said, Doc, the business is fickle, but you know what? We did great with it anyhow. And I'll tell you, what I'm so proud of this film, Jennifer and Doc, is we're a little movie. We came out during the pandemic. And because Doc is who he is, we got a review on the front page of the Arts and Leisure section in the New York Times. And, you know, that's a coveted spot for any film. And, you know, I'm not delusional. I know any film I would have made on my own wouldn't have got the attention that a film with Doc Severinsen is. And that picture they took of him where he looks so great, you know, everybody thinks, oh, they got a shot of him at the Tonight Show. No, the photographer came and he set up some string curtains in Doc's garage, and we got Doc all dressed up, and it was just like yesterday it never ended.
So,
and it was raining to boot.
Oh,
wow. In Tennessee, you're in Tennessee now, right?
Right.
Yep. Rain in Los Angeles, very rare, but Tennessee, it's what makes it so lush and green. So,
you know, life is pretty much what you make out of your own life, no matter where you are.
yeah. Doc, I was asking someone on the campus the other day what they are a multi-hyphenate, like you are. You're a musician, you're a mentor, you're a television personality, you're a host. You're a band leader. And I asked, out of those things, what makes the most impact for you? What's the one that you would want to say first? And he said mentor. And after watching your documentary, I kind of felt that would resonate with you as well. Am I wrong? Are you a musician first, or are you a teacher first?
Well, I'm going to be very honest with you. The first thing I am is a trumpet player. I blow the horn, and then everything else comes after that.
You're an artist with that horn.
That's where I get my stimulation from, my sense of being, and am I still viable? Yep. Put the trumpet in my hand. It gave me a couple of days to get it up to snuff, and that's who I am. That's what I do.
And it does show. What's your high note these days? There's the clip of you hitting the high F.
Well, I can still do that.
Hey, you know what Johnny would say? Let's hear it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you don't need to warm up. Come on, just get over there and blow that thing.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, that's what he did to you.
That clip in the movie, and then the clip of you talking about Thanksgiving, which is classic. I don't impress my parents very readily. I've met a lot of people in my career working with MPTF because there are a lot of very generous people in Hollywood. But when I told them this weekend that I was going to have the opportunity to speak to you, my mom was speechless. She was thrilled because you became part of our family and of millions of families across America by being welcomed into their living room 5 nights a week. How does that sit with you? Was there a day that somebody said something that you realized, oh, like we're really in your home?
I can't pin it down, really. But when I first became the band leader on the Tonight Show, it was a Friday night, and I went out to the airport, and I was flying out to do some concerts someplace. And I had no idea that being on the Tonight Show had really changed anything about me or for me. And I'm walking along, I changed planes at the airport in Chicago, the big one. And it was about midnight, and I got a heavy suitcase in one hand and a trumpet case in the other, and I'm kind of schlepping along like this. And people were looking at me. And I said, oh, why are they looking at me? And I kept walking, and they kept looking. And I thought, I know. I'm walking through O'Hare at midnight with my pants unbuttoned. I better check it out. So I go over to the wall and put my bags down. I see if anybody is looking, and I look, my pants are zipped. And I couldn't figure out what it was. And then it came to me. I said, holy God, they recognized me from the Tonight Show. And it came in one fell swoop like that, and it never left.
That's great. Do you still get that kind of warm reception?
Sometimes, yeah. No, it's not, like I can't go out of the house or anything.
Look, Doc couldn't walk through a high school today unmolested, but you send him to any of the best restaurants in New York or any city in the world, and I guarantee you half the restaurant is going to get up and know Doc Severinsen. So it's really a matter of, I'm 66, but I saw all 30 years of the Tonight Show. I didn't understand what it was at a certain point, but I saw the show, and so I think it's about time. And that was part of the reason, really, for making the film, because it's hard to understand by today's standard the power that Doc and Johnny and Ed had, being on every night of the week, and not being just on every night of the week, for, I would say, at least 25 out of those 30 years, totally unmolested. I mean, there wasn't another show that would go up against the Tonight Show. Many tried, many failed. And it really was, on the air for 30 years and holding that kind of audience. The one thing I knew about this film is there were a lot of people out there that knew Doc and would be interested what happens. But I think it's also a picture. I think, sometimes there's an element of sadness around a great star, and you knew him in his prime and you saw him all those years, and it was so fantastic. But now Doc has something else to give that's just as special. And he didn't go away. He didn't hole up someplace and become a hermit trumpet player. He's out there. He loves his music. He loves being in front of an orchestra or a quintet or hanging out with a group of singers. It's just, Doc is magnetic. He is vital. He hasn't lost a step since he went off the air, maybe a half a step. But, he's an inspiration to me. He really is. He does so many things already in his 90s that I can't do in my 60s. So I've got some work to do. There's no question about it.
So, Doc, what is next? What are you excited? What's thrilling for you? What's the next project?
Well, one thing just stays the same, and that is I get up with Kathy, we have breakfast. She comes upstairs here in our house. She either practices the violin, the piano, or the trumpet. And if she's playing either the violin or the piano, I'm okay, because I'm about ready to get my trumpet out. And I go to work. I do my thing, but I'm making room right now for something new, and I've had a thing about horses my whole life. The first thing I wanted to be in my life, and this is serious, I wanted to be a racehorse jockey. And I won't go into any of the details of why that was, but I'm at a point now where I want to get a Mustang wild horse. And I'm not going to try to train it from the beginning.
Oh, no, you're not.
No, I'm going to have somebody help me get that thing ready, get acquainted with it. And Kathy and I are both going to ride Mustangs. And okay, I'll just come right out and say it. I have a movie that I can punch up the button, and I'm in a big arena. It's for set up for football or something like that. But what's actually going on is a reining event, which for people who know about quarter horses, it's like gymnastics of riding and being one with the horse. And the only thing is, I want it to be on a wild horse. Mm-hmm. I don't want a domestic animal. I want something that they're bringing in off the range, and we get acquainted with one another, and I want to come out there, and you do a thing called a sliding stop. You go at a really fast gallop, as fast as you can go, and you sit down in that saddle and bam, pull back and stick your feet out like you're going to stop the whole thing, and the horse gets down like this, and behind the horse is this tower of dust and dirt flying. And I want to do that, and I want to hear the audience say, "He still got it."
I want to be in that audience. I want to cheer you on at that moment when the dust cloud is created from the back of the horse that you have just done your own Flintstone stop with.
Yeah, I'm going to be there with my electric Mustang, parked in the parking lot and covering my eyes.
Doc, you are vibrancy, you are creativity, you are joy. It is not diminished at all from the moments when I watched The Tonight Show. We didn't go to bed until the monologue was over, which means we didn't even think about going to bed until we heard you blast that trumpet.
Well, it's kind of a sweet thought to consider, but it brings me to the realization again, and I get it every day. Johnny's gone, and he's in a better place, and I'll be going along trying to, when I get to heaven, I'm going to heaven.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
I'm going to ask the first guy I see, tap him on the shoulder, say, St. Peter, have you seen Johnny Carson lately? I'm looking for the guy. And they'll say, yeah, and Ed McMahon is here. Kevin has been in touch with us, but he's not here yet.
I can't get a reservation.
No, that's the secret of life. We're making our own reservations for the hereafter.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But
and I want
you,
a front row seat, Doc.
For me, it doesn't seem like that's what you're doing. It seems like you're creating the hereafter right now. That you approach every moment and take the opportunity to live life to the fullest.
Oh, absolutely. You can have both. But the thing I was talking about with the horses, there's a lot of very personal feelings about that. And it's going to happen. I want to be at a fully accredited rodeo, and there's going to say, well, ladies and gentlemen, you ain't going to believe this. Here's the oldest man to ever ride a horse in the world, and he's going to do a sliding stop for you. And I want that horse to plant his ass into the ground and plow it up for about 40 yards.
So great. We need to film all of that. And I know that we are a little over time. I know we started a little late because we wanted Kevin to be part of all of this. I have 2 more questions if we've got time.
Sure.
Doc, are you still good on time?
Sure, yes.
And those of you that are tuned in for our meditation class, Lisa is hanging out. She's fine. She loves Doc too. She was like, keep talking. I want to hear all the stories.
Namaste, Lisa.
Namaste, Lisa. Okay, so my first question of the last couple. Oh no, we lost Doc.
Uh-oh. Oh.
All right, well, Kevin, let me ask you, and we'll see if Doc comes back on.
Okay.
How
I'll
did
answer
you?
slowly.
How did you and Doc meet? How did the idea for the documentary kick off?
Well, his daughter Nancy and I happened to be attending a retirement party for a mutual friend. And I'd worked with her once before, but it had been many years. And so I started talking to her. And in my head, I'm just kind of thinking, Doc's got to be over 90. And so when you haven't seen anybody in a while on television or whatever, you ask the question kind of delicately, hey, how's your dad doing? He's great. I said, wow. And, not expecting to hear an affirmative, I go, is he still playing the trumpet? He goes, yeah, he's got like gigs this year. What kind of gigs? orchestras, quartets, appearing at the Trumpeters Convention. I said, has anybody ever thought about making a documentary about him? And she said, no. And I said, I have to meet him. I have to meet him. And it was really just out of, like I said, that in my home was one of those homes. It was on all the time. And my dad was actually on The Tonight Show twice when it was in New York. He was a stand-up, and he used to do double talk. All the guys know what the home with the double talk is. This Norm Crosby version of the double talk. And then there's the Al Kelly version of the double talk. And my dad was a student of the Al Kelly school. And he went on The Tonight Show once as the vice president of Con Edison to explain why the New York blackout happened. And he went on another time as a representative from the IRS to explain how you get your last minute tax returns in. So, I had my dad in mind when I was thinking about it. And truthfully, in the process of doing it, I feel like I got a surrogate dad along the way. Doc's a real guy. There's nothing phony about Doc. There's nothing TV about Doc. He wears his heart on his sleeve, and his heart is with the trumpet. It's with Kathy now, too, but his heart will always be primarily with the trumpet. That's just the dedication he is. And, I would say, to a lot of the men and women who might be listening at MPTF, that the lesson of this film and the lesson that Doc has to impart is it's never too late. It's really never too late to complete that dream, to complete that relationship, to even say you're sorry if it's bugging you, I think we put too little stock in knowing sometimes that, all it takes is an I'm sorry and you get everything back that you ever wanted. So I hope everybody will carry that never too late message, and don't let anybody tell you it's too late either. That's the other side of it.
It is such a wonderful glimpse into who Doc is and to what people knew him as. Like you get to see there's not a whole lot of difference between what his television persona was and who he still is today. Mm-hmm. They're working on it. They lost power in Tennessee, so Kathy's trying to get him back on.
He's going to be trying to move east this year, so he doesn't like all those blackouts in Tennessee. Oh, somebody's calling. Is that Doc?
Could be.
It adds some sound effect. It makes it sound like I'm busy.
You are busy, aren't you? You're one of the busiest men in Hollywood. It's hard to track you down.
No. It's an illusion. So I just finished the Friends reunion special, which was, in truth, produced by the fabulous Ben Winston, who does the James Corden show. And he did a terrific job. I can't wait for everybody to see it. And I'm about to release my new documentary next month in Korea. I know, what is he? This guy, somebody didn't teach him show business. He's going to a premiere in Korea. Well, the reason that the film is premiering in Korea is it's specifically, I made it for the Korean people. It's a film about the industrial dog meat industry in Korea, where over 2 million dogs are slaughtered a year. And the reason I made the film is because, like a lot of Americans, you go over, you're disgusted. Ooh, they eat dog. What's going on here? Right. And what you realize through this film, it's not like you're going to go out and eat dog meat because of it, but you realize that you need to be culturally respectful and understanding. And so when there's something you don't like or appreciate about another person, like they eat dog meat, maybe the first question is, why do they eat dog meat?
Right.
And what you'll find out is that South Korea was one of the poorest countries in the world. They had no livestock. They had no goats, no chickens, no cows. And they had feral dogs who lived in their villages. And that was how it got started. It was also going many thousands of years back. It was considered a delicacy for their royal family. So, you know, once you start to understand, you stop being so judgmental.
Yep.
And I think that's such an important thing for all of us, because when you think about what's going on in the country today, boy, we have a lot of judgment about each other, and that's where it's all going wrong. I think we have to find a way to get back to the point is fundamentally we're all Americans, we're good people, we want the same things. Can we just compromise a little bit about how we get there and not throw out the baby with the bathwater? And I mean, that's from either side, Republicans or Democrats.
Right.
I really don't care. I think all of us have to see what the priority is now, which is bringing this country back from this horrible pandemic.
Yeah.
So I hope, I'm sure in MPTF people go, that's absolutely right.
Yep.
So let's get it on, right, guys?
Yes. We have Doc back. Yay!
Yes, Doc, the last question.
Well, I love your words, Kevin.
I love you, Doc.
I mean, that's the way it is.
Yes. The question that I put to Kevin, which I was hoping to get from both of you, is how did you meet each other? Kevin told this great story about, you know, having the opportunity to meet your daughter and checking in on how things were going with you. What was that phone call from Kevin like when you first got it? And the decision to allow cameras to just follow you around for a while, was that a hard choice?
Oh, it started off, I was in New York to do a Christmas show with the New York Philharmonic, and Kevin was on his way to Saratoga, and we met there. And I'm kind of psychic. I could tell when I meet somebody how much time I'm going to be spending with them and how I feel about that. And it felt right. My daughter Nancy had mentioned that Kevin had brought up, you know, about doing the documentary, and I said, no. And when I met Kevin, and I didn't have to get to know him, you know, on a buddy basis to know that just something popped and said, yeah, do this, go for it. But one thing I also realized, if you're going to do a program like the one that Kevin put together there, you got to be honest. The camera doesn't lie, and you can't lie. You've got to be you got to be out front about it, or else you're going to pay a terrible price for it. And it was after all the years of therapy that I've had. I was thinking, oh God, if I'd only connected with Kevin 30 years ago, how much money I could have saved.
Yeah, how much you could have saved both of us. Hey, Doc, I really need to get one of those shirts. Will you find another one for me, please?
I don't know. I can't figure out where this one came from.
All right, well, we got to hire a detective because I'm really jealous.
But I have no doubt that Miles Davis designed this fabric and put the whole thing together. And you know, if you like trumpet, you like Miles Davis, I think.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go to our standard, this is how we end our interviews, because with the pandemic, we've just asked every single guest that's come on. We are the Motion Picture and Television Fund. So what is your favorite motion picture? What's your favorite television series?
Well, I'm going to answer that with a non-answer because what I want to talk about is I just would like to say something to the people at the Motion Picture Television Fund and home. Is I want to thank everybody watching for the tremendous contributions that you've all made to our business. You know, we think that things are forgotten at times. It's like having Bill on, who ran Camera One at the Tonight Show. People can forget that. But you know what? We're never going to forget the Tonight Show. And we're never going to forget the images that were brought into our home. And we wouldn't have had those images, Bill, if you weren't on Camera One. And I know that there's so many of you there who think, well, I've got nothing to give anymore. You know, I had my time. But what you gave still resonates across the country and across people's feelings. And so never feel that what you contributed is lost. It's in every rerun. It's in every news show, because without that rerun, the news show wouldn't have known what to do. So thank you all for everything that you've given to show business. And I only hope that I can contribute a modicum of what you've done today. Thank you.
Awesome.
Amen. Amen.
Doc, do you want to take a run at those two questions? Favorite TV show, favorite television show, or favorite movie?
No, there's such a vast amount that we're considering there that I couldn't. Well, of course, for me, the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson.
And for a movie, The Man with the Horn.
Well, I don't know that I have a movie that takes first place. I like Westerns because
Oh,
they show where I came from.
is there a Western that does that sliding stop that you love so much? Is there like a clip we can find of the perfect sliding stop?
Yes, Hoot Gibson and Where the Cattles Go. Right,
All right.
right, Hootie?
And the funny part about it is Kathy calls me Hoot Gibson. She thinks of me as Hoot Gibson.
And they got a real cute routine together. I don't know if Kathy's going to show it to you right now. I know she's on the side. Kathy, is there a cowboy in the house?
Is there a cowboy in the house?
Yeah, that's what I hear. She's up earlier than I am, but along about 7 o'clock, I hear Hoot Gibson. Is there a cowboy here that would like a nice hot cup of coffee? And I said, yes, there is. And his name is Hoot Gibson. So to her, I'm Hoot Gibson.
Isn't that sweet?
That is perfect. I really hope when the pandemic is fully over and you're traveling again that you come with a heavy bag and a trumpet case and you let all of the residents watch you struggle to get to the stage and check to make sure that your fly is up.
That's right.
Well, I have to tell you that the times that I have been privileged to go to homes where older people are residing, and to talk, just shoot the breeze and play the trumpet a little bit. Those have been some of my very best days. And I went to this one up in Minnesota, in Minneapolis, and it kind of turned into, well, you look like you're in pretty good shape. How do you do it? I said, well, I have vitamins I take, I have medicines I take, and they said, what are they? And I told them.
Viagra.
that boy tells the truth every time he opens his mouth. But they had a run on the drugstore the next day. The people were in there trying to get the, like Armour Thyroid and different DHEA and all the good stuff. And so that really turned me on that those people were even listening, and then they go the next day to the drugstore and it was a run on everything.
I will tell you, there is a full gym here and a pool that was donated by Jodie Foster. I think that is the most important drug that you take, is going to the gym 3 times a week. That you keep moving, that you keep challenging yourself. And again, there is something about finding the joy in every single moment that I truly think extends your life and it extends the quality of your life.
Well, I guess this would come from what you just said, but I don't want to be the old guy working out in the gym. It's just trying to get another 6 months out of it. I'm there to lift the heaviest goddamn weight I can possibly manage. I did it this morning, and I it's the number one thing in my life outside of Kathy, and she was there with me. She was there with me, and she reminds me, honey, do you know what day it is? Let me see. Is it my birthday today? No. Well, honey, it's the day you go to the gym. You want to get up out of that bed now and put on your gym clothes? And I do. And this morning, the coach is an old buddy of mine. We've been together for years now. And she said, you know what we're going to start with today? The biceps, because all men want to look good on Saturday night when they got their girlfriend on their arm and they're dancing, and so she just put it to me, and I had to stop when I got to the what did I say was?
I think 35.
35.
35.
35. Yeah, but one in each hand and done slowly and under control. And why am I talking about that?
I don't know, Doc.
I don't know, Doc, but I got my hourglass here and I'm pumping hours. I'm pumping time, Doc.
You are a powerhouse.
We have a nice young woman who's popped on with us to tell us that we're done.
Yeah,
we're going over the limit. So
Don't say you're done to a 93-year-old man.
no, you're not done. We're just gonna pack up old
I'm not
paint.
through yet. I'm just resting my eyes.
That's right.
There you go.
We're gonna pack up old paint and ride.
I'm going to be out there. I'm going to have old paint before you know it. I'm closing in on it. I'm going to have a Mustang wild horse.
you bring
And boy, am I looking forward to that.
you bring your trumpet and you bring your Mustang. You are welcome here anytime, Doc.
Riding, playing the horn. That's the picture.
Oh, I'm trying to figure out new kinds of music to play. And a friend of Kathy's and mine too is a world famous composer, Jennifer Higdon, who was raised right up the street from where we're sitting right now. And I want her to write me a goodbye piece. That when I get that one really down, I put that horn up and bam, hit it. then that will be the final performance, and I'll be the first one to know it. And I would just go out with a smile on my face.
And until then, Doc will be opening for Billie Eilish at arenas across the country.
Thank you guys so much for being with us today. And if you missed Never Too Late, we will talk with Kevin and Doc to see if we can show it one more time here on the Closed Circuit TV station.
One more, encore.
One more.
We got to do it.
Excellent. Thank you guys. Have a great day. And again, you're welcome anytime.
All right. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, MPTF. And Doc, I love you.
I'll talk to you, Kev.
All right.